Well, it looks like just when you thought it was over, we have only just begun, as the tip of the iceberg is beginning to emerge from the members of the hashtag KickVic movement, as now, interestingly enough, following the events of Vic Mignogna having to be accused back in January all the way up until this current point in time, we not only have members of the hashtag KickVic movement attacking the supporters of Vic Mignogna, but it also looks like in some weird way, this is all spiraling into a political / gender kind of debate / battle in the community, as eerily enough, members of the hashtag KickVic movement are not only labeling those that do stand with Vic Mignogna as alt-right supporters, Donald Trump supporters, anti-Semitic individuals, but also looking at the narrative from both sides. We also have Monica Rial, who in fact had retracted her original Kamehacon appearance and having her own separate designated appearance at a further location from the Kamehacon convention, all as a means to stay away from Vic Mignogna. As once more, before we begin, if you guys are new to this channel and of course love anime and Dragon Ball alongside want to be up to date with all the latest involving Vic Mignogna, Monica Rial, Jamie Marchi, Ron Toy, and the entire situation, then be sure to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload and to be up to date with all latest news and information, along with checking out and subscribing to my primary channel, Unreal and Gaming, where on there we are going to be covering lots of Dragon Ball content, anime, and gaming, so make sure you guys go on ahead and check that channel out over there, alongside following me on Twitter at Unreal and Gaming for all the latest updates, including if you guys have any articles and or pictures to tag me in or share with me, be sure to go on ahead and follow me on Twitter, as I do want to go on ahead and thank each and every single one of you guys for following me on Twitter and keeping me up to date with everything involving Shane Holmberg and a lot of the events that have been transpiring involving Monica Rial, Jamie Marchi. Mars Girl is back in the news again, as I do want to go on ahead and touch up on Shane Holmberg's tweets as of April 2nd, as he came off very condescending, not only in his replies, but also in his subtweets towards those that do stand with Vic Mignogna, as Shane Holmberg went on to tweet, and I quote, "Neither Monica nor Jamie will lose in courts, if it ever gets there. Bank on it." As he goes on to tweet, "Wah, wah, wah, my idol touched people without asking, and now hashtag me too is coming for me next. How dare you say that we don't have the right to do whatever we want with whatever woman we see, whether she likes it or not. Yeah, you are all broken records at this point," which again, Shane Holmberg is generalizing those that do stand against predators. Is this guy missing chromosomes? I truly believe that this individual has absolutely no conceivable idea as to what he tweets ever on this platform, because by him insinuating that we don't care about those that do go out of their way in conducting themselves in a very inappropriate manner and having to put their hands on women, we don't like that. We in fact would encourage those that are involved in these situations to speak up, to call the police, to gather irrefutable evidence to support the narrative that yes, this individual or that individual made me feel some type of way, they assaulted me, they did things to me without my consent. That is what the hashtag I stand with Vic individuals are doing. We do want to go after those that are predatory in nature, but not without irrefutable evidence. We can't go based off of the notion of he said, she said, only because that's not evidence. And this individual here clearly is either A, missing a brain, or B, is a constant troll, because he's making the generalization that all those that do stand with Vic Mignogna are absolutely the worst of the worst, which of course that is not the case at all. I think that both sides for the hashtag I stand with Vic and KickVic movement have their selective bunch of cancerous people, but by Shane Holmberg coming out and having to condescendingly put out wah wah wah, my idol touched people without asking, is not only complete nonsense but utter BS in and of itself. However, what's most interesting is Shane's original tweet, as he went on to post, "Neither Monica or Jamie will lose in court if it ever gets there. Bank on it." As an individual that goes by the name of Skylar went on to reply to Shane in stating, "If it were to go to court and they lose, I would quite literally put a couple of hundred on you, my man, and put a real man's promise onto it too. $300 the instant Vic is confirmed guilty." As Shane went on to reply, and I quote, "If Vic takes them to court, there is no guilty or innocent." What? As it continues, "I suggest reading up on civil lawsuits before wagering any money on a plea that is not actually possible in civil litigation. situation. But then again, Shane just said if Vic takes them to court, there is no innocent or guilty. But if you go back to the original tweet he went on to post, neither Monica or Jamie will lose in court. So what is this guy talking about? You're either innocent or guilty when taken to court about something. So if Monica and Jamie are found to be liars, and if Vic gets off innocent, then Monica and Jamie lose, which in turn proves Vic's innocence. But if they have mountains of evidence like they've been claiming for months now, then Vic is guilty. But only then would you accept guilty and or innocent through the court of law if it favors you, right, Mr. Shane? You're an idiot and you need to get off of Twitter quick because a lot of people have been putting you in check. That's why he low-key didn't want to debate Emish's live, is because Emish would have put him in his place. But nonetheless, I digress, which I do encourage you guys to follow me on Twitter because this is only the tip of the iceberg as to what's coming after Kamehacon, because I promise you that more things will drop very soon in regards to this. But we also have Anime S202 that went on to also reply to Shane, as he went on to state, and I quote, "Shane, you delusional fool. I have the evidence to prove them wrong. They will lose this case and you will apologize. You can bet on that." As Shane went on to reply, "Oh, since you are claiming you have quote evidence to prove them wrong, go ahead and show the world. End it all now." As another individual that goes by the name of Justice NA went on to respond to Shane, as he went on to quote, "You know what? Let me do it for you, fam. Read up, big boy." As he went on to post one of the pieces of evidence that Jordan had, as Shane went on to respond, and I quote, "Your evidence is that she took pictures with him or was friends with him on social media? LOL. There are women who live for years in the same house as their attackers and smile for photos." Shane, you stupid, stupid man. If there is any woman out there that is living with an abuser or a predator, the best course of action to take is to leave. Call the police. Do what you have to do to put that individual away. Nobody wants to be a part of a domestic relationship. Nobody wants to be a part of something to where they're verbally abused, physically abused. Do you really feel and think that a lot of people like that? No, they don't. So of course, by you having to say, "Oh, she took pictures with him, so that's your form of evidence," hello, you doorknob. Back in February, a lot of people were accusing Vic of the exact same thing, and what were they doing? Posting pictures of Vic hugging fans, which a lot of those supposed pictures were debunked, as a lot of the actual individuals that did take pictures with Vic came out and stating, "Hey, I didn't feel uncomfortable. Why are you using my pictures without my consent?" So there you go. So again, Shane does not have a single clue as to not only what he's talking about, but he's literally getting smashed from every single person on Twitter, including the females. There have been many females within this community that have also put Shane in check and having to stand with VIC MIGNOGNA, but of course, Shane having to be blind, he wouldn't happen to see that. But nonetheless, I digress, which we are going to be covering so much more of this, including everything that's been transpiring within the Pokemon community, with so many pedophiles having to be basically revealed in that community and having to do so many egregious things. And at least then we have people in that community that are outing all of the people that are in the wrong for that sector. So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be covering all of that and much more as we go back to Mars Girl. Mars Girl has been active on Twitter as she went on to express her viewpoints on individuals having to record at all times, as she quoted an individual by the name of Black Girl Magic in stating, "Why is everyone so caught up on cameras always rolling all the time? That's just not reality." Well, it is if you're at a convention, because Black Girl Magic went on to post, and I quote, "When most people go to conventions, they tend to actually have cameras or cell phones, so technically yes, they're almost always rolling. But the years you mentioned were before 2008. What about the years after? No one had a camera then?" Making the insinuation that if something did go down, somebody at some convention would have some proof as to the allegations that are surrounding VIC MIGNOGNA in this case. It's not the fact that people are defending him just because they're fans of him, but the fact that there is no proof and or lack of fabricated evidence, misrepresentation, having to out the guy and having a vendetta. That in and of itself won't get you anywhere, and that's why a lot of people are standing with Vic, because they see the BS and they see the lies on the horizon. So here Mars Girl's making the insinuation that that no, we don't live in reality because people don't normally record at all times. Well, what about vloggers? What about the tens of thousands of people that do attend these conventions? Again, a lot of this is going to be covered on my next video, but I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below about Shane and his comments towards Monica and Jamie not losing in court, and basically having to challenge so many people on their empirical evidence on the stance of supporting Vic when he doesn't have any shred of evidence on his own to defend himself in this matter. But again, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. I am going to have a separate playlist down below for you guys to check out, where I'm going to be covering lots of news that involves the Pokemon community, the Dragon Ball community, basically covering news and all of the drama going on Twitter from various different sectors and various different places on YouTube and Twitter. So thank you all so much for your support. If you guys do stand with VIC MIGNOGNA, slap a like down below. If you guys have not subscribed to my main channel, UnrealNetwork Gaming, please show your love and support by subscribing to that channel as well. Follow me on Twitter at UnrealNetwork Gaming. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Tune back in for the next video, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.